Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in once more with me here at my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the Asus portable monitor here. We have it already connected. The model number that we are reviewing is Zen Screen Portable Monitor MB16AH. Now this is the box. I'm just going to chuck it, but just to give you an idea, what does it come with? So we have it's a 1080p IPS display and some stereo speakers, and it's a Type-C connector, but it also connects with a micro HDMI. In the box you get obviously the monitor, you get this case over here, which I'll explain in a moment how it works, and then you get the cable, the standard USB-C cable here, and let's see if I can get some light on that other. There we go. And then there's another cable, which is the HDMI mini one, which becomes a normal HDMI. And for that, you will also then need to connect your USB-C cable to a power cable. So essentially, the way these portable monitors work is that if you connect it through USB-C to USB-C, it just pulls power from the laptop and you don't need anything extra. But if you decide to use the HDMI version, maybe perhaps because you have multiple monitors or you don't have the connectivity for it, you will need to connect an external power source using the USB-C cable. If you hadn't seen already before, we have reviewed the M&N monitor here. This is a $75 version. It does the same things. The only main difference that I normally noticed was the screen color. So this one kind of resembles closer to my laptop screen, which is quite saturated, I'll say, by default. But the screen quality will be the best one is here, which is a 4K screen, versus this one, which is a 1080, and this one also, which was a 1080p. It has speakers as well. We're going to be reviewing that as well in a moment. But yeah, that's how it looks. And now I'm going to show you physically how it looks from the outside as well, and what the case does, which also works as a kind of stand. Here, so I disconnected the monitor. So this is how the monitor looks. It's quite thin, you know. It's kind of like a laptop. Let me just put it here in some light. If you can see, yep. In the back it has a little hole here for tripod mounting. But yeah, it's quite a sleek design, very lightweight. It doesn't have many connectors except for this one for the headphones, for music systems, if you want to listen directly through it. Although again, it does have speakers. We're going to try that out. And then it has the two connectors here on the side, as that's shown, and the main menu button. And then on the side here, a on and off button. That's what the monitor is, basically. And then they give you this nice little case, which also works like a stand. So it has some Velcro here. Let's see. There you go. So it opens up fully. You can whack in your screen in here and then close it on both sides and carry it, you know. Or when you are on working mode, you just fold it like so. You put it here, and these two little flaps, you know, keep it as a stand for your monitor, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. So there you go. You know, you have to be a bit slightly careful, I guess, because the monitor is quite lightweight, so everything just slides around. Okay. So in terms of connectivity, we're just going to connect it directly through USB-C and see how long it takes to turn on. So that's where the connector is. So you're going to whack it in there. Click. Nope. Don't want to break it with one-hand connections. I'm going to try that once more. We'll hold on. Yeah, okay. So I have it against that. So hopefully I could just click it in and we'll see how long it takes to start. The M&N version didn't take anything, so that's already connected there. Power light's on. Asus will come up. And in no time, we should be... There you go. It's detected it. And the screen is on. So that's how it works. Essentially just connect it and it should be detected, you know, and it works perfectly fine. Now let's have a look at the menu options that you get in terms of configuration. So if you go into the menu OSD, you'll have menu, which has, you know, different pre-built-in modes, which you can use, I guess, if you want that. And then you have a blue light filter, you know, for the nighttime. It just makes the screen a bit more orange and orange and orange. slightly duller as well, as you can see. And let me just change that back to 0. And then you're going to adjust manually the contrast, the brightness, the color temperature, you know. There's some other specific settings which I've not really looked into, but hey, if you know about them, then there you go. There are 2 different types of inputs, so HDMI or Type-C, depending on how you're connecting it. There's obviously demo modes, you know, if you want to play games directly to it, but USB-C, the language changes, etc. And then you can also set up direct shortcuts with this. Another thing I noticed was you can also set up your settings. So perhaps you just have four different settings, one for the night, you know, one for the morning. Just have those pre-built-in settings there saved for you. That's how exactly that works. And then let's have a look at a quick image here. So I'm going to open up something. So this is the Big Ben. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell the color quality here, but that's how it looks here. And if I were to move that over here, it's slightly duller, I'd say. Though it's not the end of the world. Though for some reason my camera is not picking up the image very clearly today. But it is very clear, you know. It doesn't have any... Let's see, let's zoom in. So you can see the image is very clear. Like there's no issues in terms of displaying images to you. It's just the color temperature is slightly duller than this screen, obviously. And you can already tell that by the blues, which I'm sure that can be also set up. I've just not made many differences in terms of setting it up, but it's very accurate. That was something that with the M&N you could not really do in terms of color. The color settings were not allowed to be manipulated there, which was kind of annoying. But here you can get it pretty much closer. I mean, at times when I'm moving the camera, you can also tell that's very close. So that is something that is possible. You can also tell by the glow of the light that the screen is, you know, one of those matte screens. So they'll work completely fine outside. It does have, so you could tell the visibility, yeah, it does go dark on the sides if you look at it. So you do have to be viewing it at a certain angle. That's another thing to consider. But aside from that, you know, it's a great monitor. I'll check now how much it cost me as well. I'll let you know. And let's try out some music first. Just playing some random royalty-free music here. That is the music playing from the monitor. So it's definitely better than the M&N version. The basses are not as great anyways, just generally speaking. However, I did find myself having to speak over, you know, the music. So it is loud-ish. It's not very loud though. I'm just gonna quickly then change the setting and play it from my laptop so you can get an idea of, you know, laptop sounds and monitor sounds. So that's still the monitor. We're just gonna do that quick switch over here. And what happened here? Well, my sound's off, so let's have a look. That's much more louder on my laptop, obviously. Yes, essentially, I'd say the volume reaches approximately 70% of the volume or 60% of the volume of a normal laptop. The basses are not there, but I think it just does the job for, I mean, if you want to have meetings on the go, or if you're not playing screen in the middle of the road with your PlayStation or whatever, it's perfect for that sense. I mean, I would not say it's the best thing to have for your next entertainment system screen, you know? But again, for the purpose that we bought it for these monitors, I mean, I am going to be traveling and I need a secondary monitor to work on. I just wanted to try both qualities, you know, and they're perfectly fine options. The only issue between them two, the more expensive one and the lower one, is that the expensive one allows you to actually adjust your color options, whereas the cheaper one does not. And it's slightly slimmer, so you could tell, you know, I don't know, it's very slight difference that it has. Now, lastly, I also wanted to check the price on how much I paid for this, so let's have a look. Right, so I checked my invoice. The price that I had paid was $149.99. That was during Black Friday. I guess it's $164 at the moment. And you know, this, for example, tells you like you can get it cheaper here, etc., whatnot. I'm sure there's cheaper options available still out there, or some discounts, extra discounts you can get on the monitor. But overall, I'd say that it's a great monitor for if you don't mind spending a little bit extra, or double basically. $75, $149. Does exactly the same thing. The color is fine. The sound's slightly better. And aside from that, I mean, oh yeah, it comes with a 3-year warranty. The other monitor as well extends the 3-year warranty once you register it with the manufacturer. So yeah, it is exactly what it says it does. Standard portable monitor, 1080p.